Thank you guys for coming. Obviously, it's here. Exciting week, game week. Everything changes a little bit. Looking forward to hopefully a great week of practice and obviously getting prepared for the Cowboys and for a great trip and a great environment. It's going to be a big time week for us for our program. I think we're going to have a lot of kids obviously grow up in the next 5 or 6 days, and this experience is going to be hopefully something we can use as a catapult for the rest of our season and push us forward. So we're looking forward to it. And again, I think coming in this week, actually, we're about as healthy as we've been. Really healthy. We had some guys miss the later part of fall camp, trying to heal them up for a reason, but it looks like everybody should be ready to go. We got a couple that went down early, Monte Seabrook and then Daquan Smith went down with surgeries, ankles, both of them 2 wide receivers. So we got hit with those in fall camp. But besides that, we're pretty healthy and excited. And looking forward to our guys just to get on the field this week and try to get these final preparations in for the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Are Seabrook and Smith out for the season?
Monte has got a chance, I think, about 6 weeks to come back. They're saying Daquan is 11, so no, unless it was, we turn this into 14 weeks or something.
And those are both ankles, you said?
Yeah, high ankles. They're not sprains. They're both with surgery. Daquan's is a foot, and Monte's the ankle. Yeah.
What does that kind of do for your receiving core when, you didn't have a whole lot of experience coming in? I know Daquan was one of the few guys who did have that experience.
Yeah. Well, again, I think we had some other guys, ready to go and been stepped in those positions. So, I think luckily on a positive note, it happened early enough that where our guys have been getting those reps for the last couple weeks. So, I think we'll be prepared and ready to go.
Going into this game week, are you changing anything up this week? How are you kind of approaching preparing for Oklahoma State?
We're going to go to normal game week. Is what we do. So we'll go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, practice Friday morning before we get on the plane. That's what we usually do. We usually practice here before we go anywhere.
What have you kind of seen from them? Obviously, a highly ranked team like that.
Very talented. Obviously, they're very skilled Big 12 team. They've had a lot of success lately, and I think offensively, it's probably because they're high-powered. Carts for the quarterback, big-time arm, can make all the throws. And he's not afraid to do it. So he throw the ball across the hashes on the other, far side fade, and he can do it. So he's a really good quarterback. A lot of skilled players, and pretty big at receiver. They can play multiple tailbacks, play a lot of skill positions on offense. There's a lot of guys getting playing time, probably going about 2 deep. And then the offensive line, first group in there's, obviously big, average about 6'6", 315 or something around there. And so it's going to be huge test on that part. And then defensively, again, physical up front. Don't do a whole lot defensively, more of a bend, don't break, very consistent, just, do their job, don't make a lot of mistakes, force you to do this, force you to make the mistakes. They're not going to be a pressure defense. They're going to line up in much, 4-2-5, quarters coverage and pretty base fundamental defense. So the challenge will be really probably the matchups on personnel, see where we're at.
Coach, you recently got a couple of your offensive linemen back on the practice field, got them healthy. Looking forward to seeing what that unit can do with a week of practice under them?
Yeah, it's good to see it. And when guys start getting healed up and get back on the field, it's always good to go out there and practice and get the reps with all the people you're going to play with. So I think hopefully we're healing up there at the right time. We have one center, our backup center, who in the center probably won't make she's going to be out for a couple of weeks, Paxton Sims. So hopefully we're going to get him back somewhere around, probably around October. So.
Playing a ranked opponent at the beginning of the season, what are you wanting to see the rest of the season? What does this do as a season opener for you guys?
I always say this: the biggest thing about these type, these games, playing big, FCS and really that caliber opponents, is that what you're going to see is you're going to see how you match up against the best that's out there, and that's we're going to see. We're going to see similar talent within our own conference, just not all on one, usually on one team. So what it does across our board gives us an opportunity to evaluate how we're going to match up in those matchups against the best people we're going to see in our conference play. So, and again, overall, usually tells you ideas how can you compete on a national stage. So we're looking forward to the challenge and the matchup, and I think there's some positions where we're going to be we're going to do really good. We're going to match up really well with them. And there's some mid positions that, we're not. We're not going to match up very well, and we got to find ways that we can manipulate and put those kids in good situations so they have an opportunity for have success.
Are there any particular positions you're worried about, matching up?
Not really off the bat. I mean, I think the challenges are probably not because of a personnel. The challenge is probably of experience. I think we're inexperienced. Probably at their place they're most experienced. We're inexperienced in our back end, and we're inexperienced at receiver. And it's probably a place where they've got the most experience on their ball club. So, the challenge can be is how we're going to do on the perimeter.
How do you kind of approach the intimidation factor? I think this is the biggest crowd y'all probably the program's ever played in front of. I mean, they've won 20 straight home openers. Y'all have never beat a Division I school or FBS team.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you kind of handle that intimidation?
I don't think anything's going to happen where our kids are going to be scared or intimidated going to the game. I would hope not. I think they're aware of the challenge in front of them, like I'll get it back to, it's about us. Our judge on there is how well we take care of our job, like I said, I think that's all part of stuff we probably preach from day one, the mental toughness it takes, where it doesn't matter if we're walking into Oklahoma State with, I don't know how many they got, or, you're walking into, it don't matter, McNeese State, it don't matter. Once the ball is snapped, you put on the field, there's only 11 playing. So there will be a little adjustment probably to the noise early. We've tried to do some things obviously in practice, simulate that. But that will be probably the biggest adjustment. How can we handle our quarterback and ability to communicate on the field when they're not verbally being able to, they can hear them. So we're going to have to adjust to that pretty quick, obviously quick. We prepared for it. But you can prepare for all you want. There's still going to be an initial shock that's a little different than what you're used to. But I don't think on a standpoint of one-to-one, any of our kids are intimidated by them as their personnel. I think they know that obviously there's a good football team going against, and we just want to go out there, like I said, and see how well we can play.
You mentioned adjusting practice a little bit. Have you all cranked up white noise or music or anything?
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, and we usually do it noise, but we took some speakers out right behind our offense and done that, put them right behind our quarterback, so it's just not working against silence, we're working against actually the distraction of actually the noise and how the impact it can have.
Coach, some of your younger guys probably maybe not even been on a plane before. How do you beat the trip, the travel-wise?
Yeah, we got two or three. Yeah, we got 2 or 3 that are probably terrified of flying. So that's gonna be good. They're experienced. It's what it is. It's an experience, man. It's an experience, and that's what you go to college football for. You're here to grow as a person, not just and experience some different things. And one of them is getting on your first flight and flying to Oklahoma, probably for the first time you've ever been in the state of Oklahoma for the majority of them. And so I think it'll be, that part of the trip needs to be fun, and you try to embrace it, new experiences. It's like I want them to.
Who are the guys who are afraid to fly?
I don't know if I should throw them out there like that, but no. What we do have, I know we do have a couple put up, and we said if you have a real problem, see the trainer. He may be able to get you something. So. Yeah.
Do you change your approach for this game any for practice this week?
No, we're going really with a normal game week prep. So, I think we did. We've had a little more time with these guys. But it's game one. You can only do so much preparation in game one because you need to get out there and in game one you find out there's this new things they've been doing all fall camp that you haven't seen. You have no idea what it is, and so I don't know. There's going to be some new things. You can go in the game early. They're going to do some things different. They're going to do some things new, so are we. And, hopefully ours are successful. Theirs aren't.
The Oklahoman paper out there quoted the defensive coordinator saying, "I want to see us stop the triple option."
Theirs?
No, they want to stop your triple option.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was wondering if you had any response to that. They don't really run a whole lot of triple option, I don't think.
Yeah, we do. We do quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah. So.
So, I mean,
They've got some film somewhere then.
I mean, they're kind of keying in on that. Then I mean, just how do you kind of approach this offensively?
Well, like I said, we exchanged film last year. They know who you are in this profession. People are going to research where has he been, what do they think he's doing. I don't know. They may have. I don't know. Other ways, I don't know. They're finding things out, but they are going to do, and we've got pretty good ideas how they're going to try to stop it, and that becomes the chess game within the game. Find out, where you moving your chips and where we're moving ours.
Can you talk a little bit about Matt Barrett and how the offense is looking here as we enter the first game as compared to maybe a year ago?
Yeah, I think we're about to, we've got some guys I think have done a really good job of adjusting to the offense, learning a new offense. They had spring, fall camp, some summer, did some things which helped tremendously. I think at times we've been very physical up front and running the ball. I think the last week we've thrown the ball well. I'm excited to see what we're going to do actually in the passing game and our ability to do that. We're not very, like I said, we don't have very experienced in that position. And we need some guys to grow up fast. Prefer them to grow up in that ball game, but I think over last week they've done a much better job of, making decisions from the quarterback position and route running and ability to catch the football. At the end of the day, you can run all the routes you want, but if you don't catch it at the end, it don't matter. So I think we've done a good job with that, and that's what we're going to try to come in this thing and be balanced, not be lopsided, and do the things that can help us be successful for the next 10 games after this one.
This will also be your first game as a defensive coordinator as well out here. So, how does that change what you're going to be doing on the sideline of the game?
Obviously, but just I got to do a little better job of making sure going in. I've covered several situations with our staff. Do they know up front what we're doing? From the coin toss to 2 minute to, are you going for two or all that stuff? Kind of do most of that stuff ahead of time. And even how we're handling clock management in case I'm, busy. So we kind of had to do a lot of things ahead of time just to make sure. Whereas before, it's more hands-on. I'm not over the back on the bench with the defense and stuff. So I will try to do as much of that as possible because I'm going to try to make sure I'm up there to not lose that side of being obviously being a game manager and be able to help where I can, especially in special teams and those type of areas, making those decisions. But I've done it before, so I'm not really. It just takes a little more pre-work before ahead of time.
Sione Tahima kind of came into this program a little bit of a tumultuous last 6-7 months or so, and then you've got him listed as one of the starters. What has he kind of shown you this camp that puts your faith in him?
Well, he's big, physical, and can run. Those are three good combinations at linebacker. So he can rush the quarterback very well. That's probably what he does best, which would be huge in this ball game, the ability to do that. But like I said, he's a physical talent. We're excited about his ability. Like I said, he can create some matchup problems. He's a little more athletic than any offense. He's obviously more athletic than the offensive lineman you're going to put on him, and he's a little too big to put a running back on him to block him. So hopefully he creates some matchup problems for them as well. And we're looking forward to see him coming out there and playing fast and making some plays.
I know at the beginning of camp you kind of said y'all are going to just have to find a place to put him. He was too good of a talent not to. How has he kind of just fit into the way this defense plays?
I think, again, we've kind of been multiple in the fact that we can do a lot of things with different people. And some guys can be able to take care of a guy that is a specialist or a guy that's a pass rush guy. He's not that. He is an every down guy. He can play every down. So, I think coming into the thing right now, the idea is we are going to put him in the situations he's best at, and so he can hopefully make an impact in this ball game.
And then Deshae, just his second year as starting quarterback, just kind of what have you seen of his development over the last 2 years?
He's a little more comfortable, I think, in situations now. I understand there's little situations, obviously in a game, that's different. And I think we're seeing now, we work in practice, he's got a little better grips of that, what to do. It's not just making a read and where you're going with the ball, but making a read, knowing where you're going with the ball and the down and distance. And then why do you make that decision on this play? In the same play, same situation, but on 3rd and 15, you don't make that decision. So why are we doing it? And I think he's got a much better grips of that. That's just one thing experience can do for you. And then hopefully, again, I think hopefully, obviously, he's not slowed his progress. I think last year he was slow in his progress and his development as a quarterback the whole time, just because he went down game 2 with a throwing shoulder and never was able to throw the ball again at the caliber he's able to throw it. And so I'm excited to see what a healthy Deshae Lander can do for 11 football games.
You know, last season was his first year starting. He still kind of had the shadow of Brian Bennett over him.
Yeah.
I mean, this year, have you seen a change in his demeanor, his attitude, when he doesn't really have to worry about all that?
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's a couple things, across the board, coming off, not maybe just as a football team you're seeing, is that maybe last year the pressure to get a third was too much for him. And if anything, this year at least that's wiped the slate's clean, And I hope pressure's not going to be the fact. I mean, heck, he voted us, 8th or something like that. I don't know. I don't think anybody really expects a whole lot, except for the people in our locker room. But there's a little more sense of a mission and work ethic. I think our work ethic's been a lot better right now. A little more workman mentality out there, and a lot less talking and a lot more action. And that's what you're looking for across the board.